Hello, this is my new Xray XB8, 1 ways old, and I want to show you what's under the hood. So here is it. I use as a servo the RC DS1015. It's a pretty standard servo for racing. It may be a little bit too weak for 1/8 scale. It's often used for 1/10 scale, but at the moment I did not have any problem and it feels good. A friend of mine had the same in his XB8 and he stripped it and had to use a better servo, but as long as the servo is working, I think I will go with it, because it's also fast enough for this class. The motor is a Trackstar motor from Hobbywing with 1900 kV. It is a sensor motor, has a sensor port, but as you can see, I do not use a sensor wire because my ESC does not support sensor. This ESC is from Hobbywing. It's how it's called, WP-SC8. It's normally quite cheap ESC for bashing instead of racing. It has 120 ampere, but it's capable of 4S, which I use of course in this truck. So normally it's a short course ESC, but it worked up till now very well, and I saw also other buggies with short course ESCs, and this is below 70 euros and therefore it really works great. And actually I do not need any power program in 1/8 scale. The power comes here from the high voltage, and so it's very good, especially on the tight indoor track where I drove. Maybe for bigger outdoor tracks I will later update to a more race proven ESC with more ampere. Normally 1/8 scale ESCs are about 150 amperes, but worked very well in the first race, and it is also very smooth, although it has no sensor. For batteries I use the GensAce 6750 milliamps 4S batteries. It comes with wires directly out of the case and with this big balancing plug also directly mounted here. I have only one tuning part on this buggy, and this is a servo horn. It's a Ruddog aluminium servo horn, and it's a little bit high, so this watt was angled in this way, so I put here some spacers below that it has the same height as in the manual. The buggy comes with a plastic servo horn, but I think plastic is not a good option for these heavy cars. So one speciality when I put this big battery into the battery box, because the battery comes with the cables. I could not stand it up like this because the body is too low. This was not possible, so I had to lay it down, or on the side better said. And therefore, because it comes here with the cables, I had to Dremel this notch. But I think this is not a problem. It's only a small modification and it works very well. This foam comes with the kit so that I can fit the battery box perfectly for the battery, and this is just a thin foam that my battery case won't be scratched so much. So let's put it in, and I connect the wires over this Velcro strap. And the balancer plug fits perfectly in this gap in front of the battery. So this is my electronic setup, how I raise it. The buggy is mid-range priced. For racing buggies it's more expensive than the associated B3, but a little bit less expensive than the Mugen MBX7R. So I had to spend quite a lot of money on this big boy, but I think it's worth. And I use a quite cheap motor. The motor cost 60 euros at Hobby King. Often you have prices for 1/8 scale motors about 150 euros. And I had this Servo already, and I had also this ESC. Servo is also around 60 or 70 euros, and the ESC is less than 70 euros. Batteries I use here 4S, not 2S batteries, because I have 2 of these GensAce batteries and they cost 80 euros. And I paid for my 2S battery, which I use in my touring car also 80 euros, so this would be 160 euro, the double, instead of one 4S. And it's easier to charge because you have only this battery to charge and you are done and do not have to wait till the first battery 2S is charged and then the other one. So it's easier and cheaper. For the receiver I use a Sanwa receiver because I use my beautiful MT4S 40th anniversary edition for this buggy. Of course this will be, I guess, my main class now, and I hope I will have many races in the next year with it. So I use here of course my best transmitter. Tires, here I use the AK Zips. Tires of course depend on the track. I raced it in the Chipodrome indoor clay track, and these tires really worked very good. They have this very fine thread pattern. I use these in super soft, and you see that they are a little bit worn out. This is the second set. The first is really worn out, especially the right front tire runs out fast, so actually I have to switch the tires a little bit around the next time, because there are 2 very fast left curves on this track. The only curves where you are really fast. But for this kind of track the tires are perfect. Yeah, thanks for watching. This was just a short overview. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and see you then soon. Bye bye.